this identity crisis you're feeling right now, although may feel painful today, may feel confusing and scary, but really is a moment for you to change everything, to reinterpret your life, to reimagine who you really are. As someone who has gone through an identity crisis where I wanted to be a world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I committed my whole life to it, to have been woken up one day and said, I don't know if this is what I want to do anymore. And to imagine all those years now of feeling like they were wasted and feeling like I'm an embarrassment because what happened? Where did all this go? Why am I not confused about who I am? And having to wander the desert to rediscover and to rebuild, to be here today. I want to share something with you that I'm just itching to tell you. You see, we form identities through pains from within, the unconscious. There are particular pains and pleasures that exist that shape and mold our identity, oftentimes through pain. We have a trauma, an emotional knot that exists from within, that filters out and makes it so it protects you from that pain. And oftentimes, if we suppress long enough, it turns to repression where we no longer could witness and see and understand it consciously, but it exists and it manifests. And so now, day to day, throughout your life, it warps everything, it dents and dements. And now, as you build a life with that, you are building from an inauthentic foundation. It's you, but it's not the full you. It's not the healed you. And so life will go on, and the soul, as it's tagging along with the ego's desire, eventually says, I'm not moving past this point right here. I can't. It refuses, and you can literally feel this split effect where you're trying to move forward, but there's something inside you that is going in the reverse direction, saying, I can't. And oftentimes we ignore it. We think it's silly and nothing, and we just have to bully our way through it. But I'm here to say, embrace that moment. Embrace this moment, because what's really happening is a shedding. You are shedding off the old story, the old narrative. Everything that you thought you were, that you had to be, perhaps is now a calling to say, well, maybe there's something we have to tackle and contend with internally that we haven't been. And we've been trying to mask it with money, status, power, attention, relationships, drinking. And we've been trying to avoid. But we've been, at the same time, maybe trying to convince ourselves we're not. But we cannot outrun the soul. The soul will follow, and it will catch up to you. And so today can be your call to action, to first embrace this wanderer, this internal nomad, where you no longer really know who you're supposed to be. Abandon the titles, abandon the expectations of who you think you are. And why? Because when you do that for a short period of time, not years, just for a moment, maybe a couple days, couple weeks, could be a month, who knows? You put it down, see if it's something you want to pick back up. Do you want to be this big businessman in this particular industry? Do you want to be this big shot athlete in this sport? Is that what you want? But you won't know unless you put it down and deal with that painful experience of not knowing anymore. Sit and contend with it. Now, one thing you can do at the same time is to tap in to the child energy, the child archetype that exists. And the ways you can do that is through chaotic play, play without rules, boundaries, or limitations. Destructive play, break something, not in your house, of course. Maybe go outside, break a couple branches, throw some rocks in the dirt, whatever. Something that is destructive but is not destructive to your home or people's livelihoods. Creative play, paint, draw, play with clay, design something. And then finally, absurdity play. Just be absurd, silly, goofy, make no sense. Nana, boo boo, whatever, that kind of stuff. There's a time and a place for it every once in a while. The idea isn't to be a child. The idea is to rekindle the one aspect that the child archetype has, which is boundless, endless potential. The spirit of genuine play with no expectations, no status, and none of that. It is simply in the moment existing and enjoying its life. Tapping into that simultaneously allows you in the in-between, so not maybe in the moment, post, when you're there, paused, done playing whichever variation you wished, and you get to just sit and digest and reflect. And as often in those moments, something will come to you if you are open to it and you're receptive to listening, not rejecting and disowning, abandoning, accepting it for what it is. Beautiful, ugly, tragic. Integration of the ego and soul is not just accepting the good parts of you, but it's also accepting the bad. The parts of you that you've been denying. The parts of you that you're maybe shameful of. And that's okay, it's part of it. It's part of the journey of self-discovery. But it's in its acceptance of the two sides that gives you the big picture, the holistic experience of the self. Not just through the ego. Must be combined, working together, moving forward. This state I call being a nobody. Be a nobody. Allow it to happen. And when you come back, you're going to gain some insight that you are going to be grateful for. Obviously not in the moment. When I was going through my identity loss and crisis, it was not a fun time to be. It was brutal and miserable. I didn't also have a community to go to and try to figure out how to do this. And so I had to just sort of figure it out, which is why what I'm doing right now is purpose-driven, divine-driven for me, to help people figure out and navigate this identity loss and to move them towards, as Carl Jung would say, individuation, integration, wholeness, alignment, whichever terminology you want to use. I like the word integration. That is now something I pass on to you and something that you can do. And if this resonated with you and you want to take it a step further and be a part of my community, go ahead and just click that button below. It'll send you over to my website. Sign up to my monthly newsletter. And I'm also going to send you my 3-step identity rebuilding guide as a thank you and also as something that is going to help you navigate this identity loss, something I built out specifically for it. And it's a community I wish I had when I went through this period. And I am more than honored and happy and excited to share this with you. A place where you can rebuild, rediscover who you truly are, rebuild purpose back into your life, and move towards an ego-soul integrated lifestyle. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.